Time now 6:42, and this morning we're following a number of new developments in the auto industry that will affect jobs across the country.
Today, General Motors Chair and CEO Mary Barra will be heading to Washington, D.C. She's expected to meet with lawmakers from Ohio to talk about the closure of GM's Lordstown plant in that state.
Of course, this comes after GM's decision to close 5 of its plants next year, including 2 right here in Metro Detroit. A
total job lossage of about 14,700 workers. In the meantime, Ford is also planning to restructure, and that could cost $11 billion. Morgan Stanley predicts that the automaker will slash 25,000 jobs worldwide.
7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith is live in Corktown this morning to tell us about the future of the auto industry. And Matt, with so many jobs in the chopping block, which jobs do we expect to be around in 5, 10, 15 years or more?
Well, we still expect some shop jobs. We still expect some mechanical engineering, but the reality is those jobs are shrinking. There are fewer and fewer, which is really just a nice way to say those jobs are getting axed. But I think there's no better option than what we're looking at behind us here. Ford, the Corktown area, this investment to make it a mobility hub. We are moving towards the auto industry being more electrified and autonomous. So as those jobs change, the question is, how do you prepare for them? Cars, trucks, and SUVs aren't going away. Yes, we've seen cuts. GM's announcing of the Hamtramck plant hurts, but it sparks a real discussion. What's next?
It's the kind of place where our young software engineers are going to love to work.
The reality is we already got a preview earlier this year when Ford announced that mega investment in Corktown. Automation, electric cars, they're already coming. And with that comes a shift in jobs. Something auto expert John McElroy tells me has been quietly brewing behind the scenes for years.
So people really haven't noticed that much of a change. Now they're starting to sit up and take notice. And in the next decade, by 2030, the rate of change is going to be extraordinarily rapid. So you've got to start getting ready right now.
So how do you prep for those jobs? While the news of the auto industry reductions hurts, the reality is the industry won't disappear. The cars of tomorrow are still going to be built here. Batteries, electric motors, some of that work is already based in Michigan. But if you're a parent, that means pushing kids in a new direction.
So if you have any skill set that's got anything to do with electronics, electricity, batteries, mobility, coding, should I say coding 3 times? You got to learn how to code. You've got a bright future in front of you.
Now, Matt, are there any clear indicators that this whole thing is speeding up and that we'll see more of these new age auto jobs in the near future?
Keenan, I think no better representation than that than the LA Auto Show. A Michigan-based company traveled to the West Coast to unveil a brand new electrified truck. We've never seen that before, and now a Michigan-based company is putting that out on the market. That is a clear indication that we aren't looking at the jobs of tomorrow. Those jobs are quickly becoming the jobs of today.
Matthew Smith live in Corktown. Thank you, Matt. I mean, obviously this is important to so many people here in Metro Detroit.